With just a few drops of cooking oil, you can unclog your sink and save hundreds of dollars on plumbing repairs. Hi friends, it's Nancy here. Have you ever finished washing dishes, only to find your sink won't drain? Dirty water just sits there, no matter what you try. And in the end, you call a plumber and spend money, only for the problem to come back again. I understand how frustrating that feels. Today, I'll share a simple tip you can try at home using everyday kitchen ingredients. So stay with me, because I'll also show you a small habit to help prevent clogs. Now let's go through it step by step. Take a small bowl and pour in a little cooking oil. Just a small amount is enough. Then add 1 heaping teaspoon of baking soda and a small spoon of salt. Gently mix these ingredients until they start to come together. While you're mixing this, I want to share something with you. Most clogs aren't as complicated as they seem. In many cases, they're simply caused by soft buildup like grease and food residue. When you combine baking soda, vinegar, and a little salt, it creates a gentle reaction that helps loosen and break down that buildup inside your pipes. Next comes the most interesting part. Slowly add 1 to 2 teaspoons of vinegar into the mixture. Wow, look at that. The mixture is starting to fizz. That's the reaction beginning. At first, it may look thick, almost like a paste, and it might feel a little sticky as you stir. I'd really love to hear from you. Have you ever tried a method like this before? Feel free to share in the comments. As you continue stirring, you'll notice the texture changing right before your eyes. What started as a thick mixture will gradually become lighter and more fluid. It may go from a paste-like consistency to something smoother, almost like a thin liquid. Take your time with this step. This change is very important for the mixture to work effectively. If you use it too early, while it's still thick, it won't flow easily through the pipe. But once it becomes more liquid, it can move down and reach the buildup much more easily. Now let's move to the sink. Before pouring in the mixture, take a moment to check the condition of the sink. Since my sink has too much dirty water sitting in it, I'll scoop some of it out so the solution can work more effectively instead of being diluted. You don't need to remove all the water, just leave a small amount at the bottom so the mixture can flow easily down the drain. Once you're ready, slowly pour the mixture near the drain opening. Try to pour it right where the water goes down, rather than around the edges. This helps guide the mixture directly into the pipe where the clog is. I've poured all the mixture into the drain. Now, use a spoon or a small tool to gently stir the water near the drain opening to help the mixture flow downward. There's no need to stir forcefully, just a light motion is enough. Now is when you start to see the difference. You see that the water will slowly begin to move, and within about 1 to 2 minutes, you'll notice it draining more easily. This is always the most satisfying moment. What was just sitting there before now begins to clear, little by little. If the clog is a bit stronger, it may take a few extra minutes, but in most cases, the change is noticeable quite quickly. I still remember the first time I tried this method at home. I didn't expect much, but after just a few minutes, I saw the water finally start to go down. It felt like a small win, but also very satisfying. Do you have a method that works better? Feel free to share it. I'd really love to hear your experience. Once the water starts to drain, we can take one more simple step to help clean everything more thoroughly. First, pour a small amount of dish soap directly into the sink. Dish soap is designed to break down grease, so it works very effectively in this case. Then use a cloth or sponge to gently clean around the sink. This little tip can also be used daily, right after cooking, when oil and grease are still fresh and haven't hardened yet. Using it early can help prevent clogs from forming in the first place. Next, slowly run hot water down the drain. The heat helps soften the grease, while the dish soap helps loosen and wash it away. Together, they help clean the buildup inside the pipe. It's a very simple habit, but it can make a big difference over time. By doing this regularly, you can keep your sink cleaner and avoid bigger problems later on. With just a few simple ingredients and a little patience, you can take care of it right at home. Try to keep your sink clean. Avoid pouring too much grease down the drain. And use this method whenever you notice the water slowing down. Taking care of these small issues early can help you save time, money, and avoid a lot of trouble later on. And if you enjoy simple and practical tips like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video.